Donald Trump getting nightmare news this morning, and he's panicking. He's sending posts and emails like this. Please, I'm starting to worry, he writes. I hope this isn't personal. Please confirm receipt. Please, he writes. We'll get to that in a moment. What's some of the nightmare news that he's getting? Well, core inflation just rose above 3%, 3.1% core inflation. And when you look at specific sectors like gas, utilities surging 13.8%, electricity 5.5%, used cars 4.8%, medical care 4.3%, food away from home 3.9%, shelter 3.7%, transportation 3.5%, treasury yields are rising significantly. That's making your borrowing costs for mortgages and other loans significantly higher. Home gas prices are rising at emergency levels yet again. I mean, you take a look right here, about 20% home gas prices are rising at. Bankruptcies are surging. 71 large U.S. companies went bankrupt in July. We're now learning this is the highest monthly total since the 2020 pandemic. This follows 66 and 64 filings, respectively, in June and May. Year to date, there have been 446 large bankruptcies already. This is the most in 15 years, folks. And then Donald Trump's new Bureau of Labor Commissioner, you see him right here, E.J. Antoni. He just gave an interview on Fox Business where he and Fox Business are saying they're going to shut down job reports, that they're just going to report quarterlies, but they're no longer going to report monthly job reports. This is being endorsed by E.J. Antoni. Remember, Donald Trump fired the other Bureau of Labor Statistics commissioner because Donald Trump didn't like the data. He didn't like the truth. He didn't like the facts that there was a significant slowdown in the job market. So now the new guy, E.J. Antoni, says they're likely going to suspend publishing job numbers at all. They're just going to hide the data from us. And of course, this is as Donald Trump is making his fascist takeover of Washington, D.C., taking control of the Metropolitan Police Department, sending in the National Guard and other military forces. He did that in Los Angeles, and now he's writing that he intends to do that in Baltimore. He intends to do that in Chicago. He obviously did that in Washington, D.C. He says he's going to do it in Oakland. Basically, if you have a black mayor, he's coming for your city with the National Guard. He's going to take over your police force, despite the fact that red states and red cities have significantly, let me repeat that, significantly higher crime rates and violent crime rates than blue states or blue cities. This is part of Donald Trump's incredibly racist policies. He's a racist, and there is a white supremacist policy taking place right now. I'm not being hyperbolic. Look at what the Homeland Security Department posted this morning. All of their posts are basically Nazi-like posts. And again, it's not like, oh, Ben, you're exaggerating. Take a look at what they posted this morning. Which way, American man? And here's some, it looks like a weird kind of cartoonish graphic. America needs you. Join ICE now. And then the American man is holding a sign that says law and order. And then it says cultural decline, homeland invasion opportunities. Well, do you know what the reference is right there? Well, Trump's people are referencing Which Way, Western Man, a book by white supremacist William Galey Simpson that was published by an American neo-Nazi organization, the National Alliance. In the book, Simpson argued that Hitler was right and all Jews must be killed. Okay, so that's what they're posting. That's what that means. And when they post stuff, images like that over and over again, it's not even a dog whistle anymore. It's just obvious what they are doing and what Trump's intentions are here. All right, back to Trump panicking right now. Just take a look at the messages he's sending his supporters over the past 24 hours. Please, I'm starting to worry. I hope this isn't personal. Is this Ben? Please confirm receipt. Ben, this is getting sad. I've asked you so many times to complete my official MAGA poll. I'm worried about you. I'm worried, Ben. This is your last chance. Please respond to Trump now. His supporters get emails like this 10 times a day of Donald Trump like love bombing and stalking and like wagging his finger and why aren't you responding to me? I mean, how utterly vile and pathetic and weird is this? Emails like this. This is all over the past 24 hours. Is this Ben? Ben, I just tried to call you. This is important. Please see my message. I hope this isn't personal. Ben, was it something that I said? I need your help to make sure my messages are getting through to all American citizens in NC. Please confirm receipt using this personal link. Do you have a few minutes to talk, Ben? Email. Do you have a few minutes to talk? Ben, do you have a few minutes to talk? I need you to sit down for a quick interview with me. I've got some questions I need to ask you. I'll be waiting for your response. Begin the interview now. Do you agree that it's very important to send the National Guard to Washington, D.C. right now? Yes or no? And of course, this one, do you want 2 MAGA hats for the price of one? I can give you 2 MAGA hats for the price of one. Just claim the MAGA hat. By the way, when you click all of these links, it asks you to give Donald Trump money. Yes, he says, I need to raise my war chest, is what he refers to it as. Donald Trump's been posting all of this. As Ivan the K writes, hold this up to the light, and it says Epstein, because Donald Trump is covering up, yes, the Epstein files. Donald Trump with all of this devastating economic data that he caused, that's his fault. He attacks his new Dr. Fauci, Jerome Powell, the chairman of the Federal Reserve. We told you he was going to try to Fauci Jerome Powell. Here's what he's writing. Jerome, too late, Powell must now lower the rate. Steve, and then he puts this in quotes, Mnuchin really gave me a, quote, beauty when he pushed this loser. The damage he has done by always being too late is incalculable. Fortunately, the economy is so good that we've blown through Powell and the complacent board. I am now considering a major lawsuit against Powell to proceed because of the horrible and grossly incompetent job he has done in managing the construction of the federal buildings. $3 billion for a job that should have been a $50 million fix-up. Not good, exclamation point. Oh, great. Threatening to file a lawsuit against your own chairman of the Federal Reserve, who you appointed, and now you're attacking your former Treasury Secretary, Steve Mnuchin, who you're calling Mnuchin for reasons that are unclear. There's another post where Donald Trump attacks Goldman Sachs and its CEO and says that the CEO should just go be a DJ. The Denver Post reports, don't wait on buying back to school supplies. Costs are only going to go up. You saw core inflation surging now over 3% year over year. I think that number is going to hit 4 to 5% rather soon, the way things are going, because you saw some of those other categories. This is the Denver Post, but we're seeing, I could show you headlines in 100, 200, 300 other cities. Same thing. Experts say items are ringing up 10 to 30% higher because of tariffs. Denver parents worry about course of economy. Here's some advice for families who haven't finished back to school shopping. Don't wait any longer. Prices are only going up. You need to act now. Talking about those bankruptcies, we're seeing other major companies teeter on the verge of bankruptcy. Spirit Airlines is now warning its shareholders it might not be able to survive unless it gets a cash infusion. Eastman Kodak raising doubts about its ability to survive and pay debt. The company is attempting to find savings by terminating its retirement pension plans. This is how CNBC reported the news this morning on the inflation report, and it should be noted. You have that guy Joe Kernan on CNBC, the MAGA guy. They've turned lots of CNBC programming just into like MAGAnomics, and it's like impossible to even watch. Well, now they have to go, oh, the report came in hotter than expected. No, it didn't come in hotter than expected. If you just used your freaking brain rather than platform Donald Trump saying the craziest stuff and not actually pushing back, you would see these trends are obvious in front of our eyes. It's what I keep on shouting here on the MeidasTouch Network. Watch this on CNBC. Play this clip.
And here's what I was looking at. 3.1% on the year over year core. Definitely hotter than expected. It's hotter than the rearview mirror at 2.9. 3.1 would equal February, the high reading of the year. Well, was 3.3 in January, and that was the highest since May of last year. So if I look at the data on the month-over-month basis, exactly as expected. If I look at the year-over-year, obviously we got a little bit warm on the core. Now,
but of course, all of the Trump sycophants like Lee Zeldin, who runs the EPA, and Kelly Loeffler, the billionaire who runs the Small Business Association, they go, Donald Trump is just doing a fantastic job. Here, play this clip.
No one fights harder for Main Street, for small businesses, for hardworking Americans than our president. And I'm just grateful to stand shoulder to shoulder with Administrator Zeldin to get the work done for President Trump every single day.
Or you have Doug Burgum, Donald Trump's Interior Secretary, saying Donald Trump had so many people. There were so many people that Donald Trump had at the press conference yesterday. There was more press at the press conference than ever before. Here, play this clip.
Well, President Trump at the press room at the White House today, potentially an all-time White House American record for most number of press that showed up. The press from around the world, the press that covers this thing, they live in D.C.
Or then you have people like Tim Burchett, MAGA Republican Congress members, who are like, just lie about Washington, D.C. He's like, Washington, D.C. is so dangerous that I never leave the Capitol. I live inside my office because I'm too worried about going outside and even going for a walk. What are you talking about? Why does every conversation devolve into freaking lunacy with these MAGA Republicans? You're saying you don't, maybe that's a personal issue that you have versus a Washington, D.C. issue. Here, play this clip.
This town is out of touch. Its leadership is out of touch. I like the mayor. She's a nice lady. I just think it's way past that. You don't want to go out on the streets at night in Washington, D.C. That's one of, I come from a family of public educators. Gotcha. That's one of the reasons I live in my office at night. But the other reason is it's too dadgum dangerous, brother. It is dangerous. Everybody knows it, and the people are being victimized.
Well, there you have it, folks. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million subscribers, and thank you for watching.
The truth is more important than ever. Check out our new Truth Over Lies collection at store.MeidasTouch.com. All 100% USA union made.